Crawford, boat number 37, 5 alive. We got a sack of fish here, folks.
Oh, baby.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Seth from Manic Fishing here. We're here with my partner,
Robert Kettner.
And we're here to talk to you a little bit about our trip to Texas. We fished Lake Sam Rayburn February 18th, and long drive out there, 19 and a half hour drive, longer with stops. So we talked a little bit about how we went about targeting the lake, only having one pre-fish day. So we left last Wednesday, got to Texas, we got to Dallas for some Panther City barbecue. Tell them what we had there, Rob.
We had the brisket and lote cup. It's the best thing in the world.
Fire.
Hands down.
Fire.
Oh, yeah, but I can't wait to go back. We're definitely making another stop there again.
Worth it. Panther City barbecue, guys. Anyway, so after Panther City, we got down close to Rayburn. On the way there, literally right on the way, we're hitting Richland Chambers May 6th for a tournament.
I've seen the sign there and off the freeway says Richland
I was
Chambers.
like, stop. We at least got to look at the lake. So we looked at the lake. Of course, we grab a rod. I grab a jig. Robert grabs a chatterbait. We each caught, well, I broke one off. He caught a good one, 3-pounder or so that was really cool. Saw the lake, super excited for that lake.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fun lake. It's got a lot of docks, a lot of trees, and just a lot of cover. It looks like it's going to be a really fun lake to fish. I can't wait.
It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I can't wait.
But yeah, so guys, we got to Sam Rayburn pre-fish Friday. Our game plan going into pre-fish was to target as much offshore stuff as we could. We had some areas from 2021. We pretty much knew we could catch them in the grass. So we kind of didn't lean on that hard, but we still wanted to test it out and make sure we could still catch them shallow. So we hit a lot of offshore stuff. The weather, freaking weather was blowing, 30 miles an hour?
Oh yeah, it was brutal. We went to move and go to our next spot, not even like a half mile away, and it was waves crashing over the boat, and we just aborted mission. Turned around, went back.
Putzed around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got on whatever we could offshore wise that was kind of protected. Didn't find much at all offshore, and then about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, talking to each other, and we're like, we need to go test out the area that we really liked in 2021, which was Deer Stand, really protected area. So we made our way around, went up there 3:30 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. We got in there. Rob made his first cast on what?
I made a first cast with the Finesse Flat F4 from 6 Cents, and right away, first cast, I caught like a 4-pounder, and I knew right then it was going to be good. And as I'm thinking that, Seth makes a cast, and he catches a 3.5, 4-pounder, and right then we made the decision that we needed to probably get out of there and not wear those fish out.
So the area we're targeting has a lot of grass. It's in like 6 to 7 feet. I was throwing a lipless 6 Cents Duke, and red, obviously red, pre-spawn color. Lots of different variations of red. We'll talk about that a little bit with the chatterbaits too. But went in there, boom, right off the bat, we got bit right away. And we're like, okay, there's our sign, right? Yeah. So going into Friday night, right, we're at the hotel talking about our game plan and stuff. And right as we're coming out of Deer Stand and pre-fish, we see this wad of fish on this point that's right before Deer Stand. Really good area for them to stage.
One little small one on a jig.
Yeah.
Like a 1-pounder. That was the only deep fish we caught.
And then some giant whites or hybrids.
Yeah, those were like 3 or 4 pound.
3 or 4 pound, 5-pound hybrids. And so apparently that's what was there. But we decided in the tournament we're going to give it a short stint in the morning, throw some cranks. He was going to throw a jig. I was throwing a 6 Cents Cloud 9, powder blueback, chartreuse, and didn't do anything, right? Spent about, 20 minutes or so?
Yeah, I think we spent about at least 20, maybe 30 minutes, and we started seeing one boat after another starting to get into our main spot where we knew we were going to fish. So we made the decision to just put our deep stuff down and get in there before all of our fish got caught that we knew we could catch.
So we get in there at probably 7:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere around there, probably 8 o'clock. And it was a long run up there from Humphrey Pavilion. And so we get in there at about 8 o'clock, and it wasn't 3-4 casts.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 casts, and again on the
flat F4.
Yeah, another 4-pounder.
We keep
5-pounder.
talking about this bait, guys. I'm telling you, special bait. I don't know if it's the sound or the flat. It's a combination of a little bit of everything. The computer board lip, but he catches a really good one on the flat F4. What, on like your second or third cast?
Yeah, it was definitely within like the first 5 casts.
So it's like we got like a 3.5 pounder in the box almost immediately, and then I proceed to catch one on the lipless, another good one, and it's on.
Yeah.
we caught fish. We stayed in deer stand the whole day. Went through a variation of baits, which we'll talk about here, but ended up catching 20 pounds, 14 ounces up in deer stand, and ended up 5th place.
Yeah.
And we also won the Garmin contingency for being the highest finishing Garmin owner. Extra $500. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sweet.
So let's talk a little bit about the baits that we switch back and forth between. Go ahead and talk about your flat F4 and a little bit about the lipless and what we were doing with those.
Yeah, so the flat F4, I liked it in about 4.5 to like 8 feet of water is about where this worked the best.
And the grass was growing up that high, right?
Yeah, and the grass was growing up to about 4
or 5 feet.
4 or 5 feet
Yeah.
in certain areas, and whenever I would just come across it, and literally I'd feel it just nick the grass, and when it pop off the grass, and just get smashed. And then whenever it would slow down with that, I'd switch it up and go over to the Duke, and same thing. I'd just kind of yo-yo it through the grass, and every time I feel it come right on the top and nick the top of the grass, just as soon as it would fall again, don't catch another one. Yeah, it was funny. At one point, I catch one on the flat F4. It's like about 3 3/4. I'm reeling mine in, and Seth's like, I'm telling him, get the net, and he's.
And I set the hook.
He's like, I got one.
I got
too.
one that mine's big.
Yeah, so he's got like, we're both bringing him in, and I see Seth. His fish jumps. It's like about a 5-pounder, and I see mine. It's like I said, about 3 3/4. So I was like, I just try to boat flip it. It pops off, which is good because it didn't help. It wouldn't have helped anyways. I heard him net his fish, so yeah, it was a little
bit of chaos there for a second.
Yeah, it had a lot of we had a lot of highs and lows. We'd get on like about 3 to like 5, 6 fish in a half-hour span, and then it would go for like an hour or 2 dead, and then boom, 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 we'd catch a whole bunch more again.
A little bit about grass, because we don't have a whole lot of grass in Arizona, but I love grass. Rob loves grass. We love to fish grass, and one thing I've learned about grass is those fish have to set up in a certain way in order for you to get bit. And so when they would set up, we'd go in these little flurries where they'd finally get on top of the grass in a position to feed, and we'd go boom, 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 and then nothing for a little while. So I started off the morning and I caught the first 5 on a bright red jackhammer, 1/2 ounce. And then later on in the day, I was throwing the lipless and the chatterbait mainly. Rob was throwing the flat F4 and the lipless mainly. He mixed up a little bit of the chatterbait. I feel like he should have thrown a little bit more, but hey, whatever. But one thing we did notice, this was pretty cool. The camera guy hopped on our boat at like 11 o'clock for Texas Steam Trail.
Yep.
He hopped on our boat, and I'd been throwing the red for a while. We hadn't got bitten in a little while. And I was like, you know what? High sun, change it up. We're sitting in the same area. Switch up to a little bit more natural red color. And that right away, first cast, it was like a 2.5. And then I proceeded 4, 5, 6 more casts later, caught like a 3 3/4 that almost cold.
Yeah.
We could not get rid of like a 3 3/4. sounds terrible, right? But no, it's a good thing when you guys have a 3 3/4 in the bottom of your bag. But yeah, a great tournament, and we had a great finish. Good times. Also too, when we travel, guys, there's a lot of things that can beat up your equipment. Rob really likes something that Copper State carries, and this is awesome. Talk a little about that, Rob.
Yeah, so this is the 6-inch rod cover, and I love these things. They're awesome. They're the neoprene mixed where the hooks don't get stuck in it easy.
All those little holes on those other rod sides are a pain in the butt with double hooks.
So no more hooks getting stuck. The little strap connects to the reel handle, so when you're putting them in the back of the truck, or if you got a whole bunch of rods on the deck, you're not going to lose your rod socks going down the road.
Staying put. Boom.
They seem to be
different colors.
Yeah, you got different colors.
Different color options.
Sweet colors. You got neon colors, black, gray, white, and they're only $9.99. These are, that's a good deal. They're awesome. get you some.
Good stuff. You guys got to go get you some. Guys, all these baits here, Copper State carries all these here in store. These are literally baits we used to get 5th place Texas Team Trail. Sam Rayburn went across the United States, halfway across the United States.
25 hours.
25 hours or
With
so
stops.
with stops, and it was a blast. And we're doing it again March 25th, guys. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit. Rob, you got anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we've gone over everything. I'm looking forward to the 25th event. Hopefully we can do good and stay up in the top in the AOY and have a chance to win that boat for Angler of the Year at the end of the season.
We're super excited to get back to Rayburn. It's going to be fire. It's going to be even better fishing than it was before, probably. Guys, if you guys like what you're seeing here and what we're talking about, please don't forget, like and subscribe down below. This will be on YouTube, Instagram, all over the place, Copper State, their social media as well. So if you guys want to see more, or if you guys want to see something else, let us know. Comment. We're very active on there. Love feedback. And guys, good fishing. Don't forget, Copper State has got the baits.